What's up, motherfoxers? Well, I took that car for a drive, as you seen in the last video, and now I stopped over here at Justin's, and we get to see what he just got from his dad. So let me turn it around and show you what he's got here. Look at this. It's not in super wide, but it's getting in the whole frame there. That is a 63 Impala, man. All original.
Super Sport.
So, yeah, Super Sport, and it's all original.
So long story short, my dad's the second owner on it. He bought it in 1974. It sat for 35 years. I think the last time it was actually insured was 1985.
Yeah.
He got busy. He met my mom in the mid-70s. Me and my brother come around. Him and my mom started a business. He didn't have a whole lot of time for it. They had a lakefront cabin and stuff. So this car just sat in a garage, untouched. Like, he never drove it, nothing. This is the original paint. It's got 59,000 miles on it. It needed some TLC. When I picked it up from him, it was weathered. It was pretty dirty. But I did 1 week of hard work, working on it every night, and got it back to this condition. It runs and drives, runs great. I had to siphon the gas out of it, which was quite gross. It still has the old cartridge oil filter. The oil was so old in it, it was separating, which I've never saw before. So I'm not really sure on that. So this was always willed to me. My dad had a health scare last year. He almost died, had a really bad stroke. He's not the same person anymore. So he's moving to his forever home up in Manistee. Him and his girlfriend are building a house. And he told me, hey, he said, this is your car, come get it. He said, I want to see you and your family enjoy it. He says, do what I've never done with it, which meant, actually he said, don't do no stupid shit with the engine. But I would like to see it restored.
What engine's in it?
327 with a 4-speed. He has some of the bolt-on stuff done. He has an old Edelbrock tarantula intake, which is like the first single-plane Edelbrock really made. It's got a comp cam in it. He's not really sure the size. Supposedly he bored it over, 30 over, said he had TRW pistons in it. But it's a good running car. It's got the Muncie M22 4-speed in it, which is pretty rare in these. It's got the bucket console seats. I think I mentioned it, but the car's got 59,000 miles on it.
Yeah, if you're standing right here, guys, you can tell it's original. I could tell that when we first opened the door of the garage, but of course there's that iconic rear end. Even has a trailer hitch. Staying on, he's there.
There's actually a story behind that. He worked as a draftsman at GM, I believe, at the time. So he used to race motocross, and he had a 1974 SC500 Yamaha that he used to race. He used to pull it with this car.
Jeez.
So I'll have that dirt bike here soon. He still has that too. It's like all original mint.
That's pretty sweet. You got the classic Craigers, man.
Yeah, it's got drum brakes all around, which it's been kind of a pain in the ass to get parts for the brakes. Everything's mail order.
Yeah.
But what's kind of cool though, a Holley rebuild kit, $50. Fuel pump, $20. Alternator, $50. It's like everything's so cheap on these.
And there's a 327.
It's got the 202 heads on it. It actually had the stock alternator on it, but the alternator went bad after about a day. I've had it on the road a couple times, probably got like 3 miles on it, just really easy driving just to get the wheels turning on it. Everything under the hood is pretty original, other than like the top end of the engine, the carbon stuff and intake.
Yeah, man, this is freaking awesome. I mean, I know I'm a Ford guy, but I mean, I like these old Impalas. It's not the super rare 59.
Oh, no, that'd be a really nice one to have.
The bubble tops, yeah.
It was kind of cool because I grew up around this car my whole life, and we were never allowed to touch this thing.
And now it's yours.
Yeah, like it's weird working on it because this was his build from the 70s. I mean, he was in his 20s working on it. So everything I'm touching, if he had touched it, he was the last one to work on it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of weird. He taught me everything I knew growing up, taught me how to put engines together, work on cars. Quite the gearhead. My mom always says I'm like a spitting image of him when he was younger. So it's kind of cool. Then this is kind of my mom's car too, so it almost brought a tear to her eye when she saw it in this condition, because she remembers it.
Yeah.
Like probably a little nicer than this, because sitting in a barn untouched was terrible on it. So it was a little bit leathered.
Yeah, and I know when you got it, you kept texting I mean, you were on it for a solid week.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah.
I took a day off just to work on it. I had like 16 hours into it. Then every evening after work, I was putting 3-4 hours into it. The last 15 years, the last time I saw it, it was dingy.
And of course, one of the ponies got put outside.
Well, that's going on a safe storage to my mom's, but it's in backup just in case you couldn't make the dyno.
Yeah. So the other car, the purple Cobra, was going on the dyno Friday, but then you're just...
It was actually my wife's idea because a hack job was over with Haley, and when he did the burnout leaving, she was like, "What happened to Sean's car?" I'm like, "Well," I said, "he's still down." I said, "He's a little bit depressed because his tune day is in October." She's like, "You know what?" She said, "Why don't we trade him? Let him take it." I'm like, "I bet you he would love that."
I did. I appreciate it. I thank you very much for that. But when you said that, I was like, "Uh-oh." I said,
like, "Oh shit."
Things got real, you know. So I'm like, so yeah, I was feverishly working on that for Saturday, Sunday, and even last night, guys. I was trying to put my shifter handle on, and that just turned out to be an ordeal. I had to tear the whole car apart to get that back in there because I couldn't reach the bolt. But
you're thinking of the oh shit moment when with my dad's stroke, he don't have his memory. He's not the same person anymore. He'll repeat something to you 10 times in an hour conversation. So he kept telling me, "Oh, this is your car. When are you come get it?" And this was his baby. So I was like, always never took it serious.
Yeah.
Like last September, he started saying, "Hey, to come get it. Hey, come get it." Well, I broke that hand. That put me back a little bit. I didn't think his house would sell. Then, hey, I sold my house. Yeah, come get this car. I gotta sell it. And I was like, that was my oh shit moment.
Mm-hmm. So we let a Chevy on the channel.
Oh, then yesterday I had it in my backyard. Like I can't keep it outside or even have this garage door open. I get people coming up with money, coming to ask what it is or offering to buy it, and I just needed my piece. So we had huge, severe storms yesterday.
Oh man!
And I had this sitting outside. That was my oh shit moment. I'm like, fuck. I quick run home from work, pulled her car out. I was like, fuck this Cobra. I pulled this in. My dad would have killed me if anything would have happened to this.
Yeah, no kidding.
It sat outside.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty yesterday. That's pretty bad. But yeah, man, this is an awesome car, man. Glad I got to show it off. And yeah.
And stay tuned for progress.
Yeah, man. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.